You don't deserve leftovers, sir, the waitress said to the homeless man, who stood trembling inside an expensive restaurant in the heart of Accra. A faded 10 cedi note clutched in his hand. His clothes were torn. His beard was wild. His eyes carried both hunger and shame. But Nana Efua, the young waitress with kind eyes, placed a steaming pack of wache with grilled chicken before him, and a cold bottle of water. Sir, she whispered, this is not leftover food. You deserve a real meal. The man froze. The words hit him like thunder. Around them, customers whispered. Some mocked. Some recorded with their phones. From behind the counter, the restaurant owner, Madam Sewa, watched with a sharp frown. Then slowly, the man reached for his beard. Gasps filled the air. The rough hair peeled away. And beneath it was not a beggar. It was Kwame Ofori, one of the wealthiest men in Ghana. But how did we get here? Earlier that day, high above the bustling streets of Accra, Kwame stood in his penthouse, staring into a mirror. Respected, powerful, admired, but empty. Today, he whispered to himself, I want to see kindness with my own eyes. From a black case he pulled out his disguise. A tattered coat. A fake beard. Ash to dull his skin. And in minutes, the billionaire vanished. In his place stood a weary man. A man who looked like life had abandoned him. And so, Kwame stepped into the streets. Alone. When he entered the restaurant, faces turned away. A couple shifted their seats. A man in a fine suit lifted his trousers, as if dirt had entered the room. Two young women giggled, recording his every move. Stay in the corner. Madam Sewa backed. Don't disturb my customers. Kwame lowered his head. Then, finally, he spoke. Please. I have not eaten in 2 days. Take this 10 cedi. Just give me leftovers. Laughter. Loud. Cruel. You can't buy water with that, someone shouted. Madam Sewa laughed the loudest. We don't sell scraps. Check the garbage outside. But not everyone laughed. Nana Efua stood still. And then, with quiet courage, she stepped forward. Madam, she said, I need 1 full plate of wache. With chicken. And a bottle of water. For him. The room went silent. What? For this man? Sewa hissed. That food is premium. He can't afford it. I know, Nana Efua whispered. Put it on my salary. Deduct it if you must. Gasps. Snickers. But her eyes remained firm. Moments later, she placed the hot meal before the homeless man. Sir, she said, refusing his shaking 10 cedi note. Keep your money. This is not charity. This is your food. I paid for it. Kwame's throat locked. Tears swelled. And then, he removed the disguise. The reveal. Phones shot up. Voices roared. The beggar was gone. And the billionaire stood in his place. Kwame raised his hand for silence. I came here disguised. Not to punish anyone. But to test kindness. And only one person passed. This young woman. His eyes met hers. What is your name? Her lips trembled. Nana Efua. You reminded me today that no one deserves leftovers. You gave me dignity when others gave me shame. Resign from this place. Today. You come with me. The restaurant erupted. Madam Sewa stood frozen. But Nana Efua slowly unclipped her name tag, placed it on the counter, and followed him out into a black SUV that swallowed them whole. The mansion. Kwame's estate towered with gardens, fountains, golden gates. Nana Efua had never seen such wealth. Later that night, in his study, Kwame revealed his pain. My wife died in childbirth. The child 2 months later. Since then, I've lived with emptiness. I promised never to remarry. But I dedicated my life to one thing: finding true kindness. That's why I tested the world today. And you showed me what I needed to see. He leaned forward. I want to build something with you. A restaurant. The finest in Ghana. Not for the elite, but for everyone. What shall we call it? Her answer was soft, but firm. Kindness House. Kwame smiled. Perfect. Opening day. Families. Students. Celebrities. Politicians. They all filled the new restaurant. At the center stood Nana Efua. Once a waitress. Now the proud owner. Her voice shook as she spoke. This place exists because one day, I believed the man didn't deserve leftovers. He deserved dignity. That man turned out to be Kwame Ofori. And today, because of kindness, we stand here. The crowd roared with applause. But one face remained bitter in the crowd. Madam Sawa. Haunted by her own cruelty. Beyond kindness, Kwame and Nana Efua grew closer. Respect became friendship. Friendship became love. You gave me something money could not buy, he told her one night. Peace. And years later, beneath the Accra skyline, he asked, will you marry me? Tears glistened as she whispered, yes. Their wedding was the grandest the city had seen. And when their daughter was born, Kwame held her and whispered, do you see now? Destiny never forgot you. It only waited for the right time. And it all began with one act of kindness.